All right, so let's get started. Welcome to our Art/Ethnic Studies course. As we get started, our objectives for today are that you will learn how to find do-nows, lessons, and homework on Schoology. The point is for you to know the differences between near and far objects in a scene when drawing, and understand that the illusion of depth can be created using one-point perspective techniques. And we'll go over what that means. First step, we're going to do what we did in the other class, which was we're going to do a quick Schoology tutorial. We're going to review the following: updates, materials, and events/office hours. So if we go on to our intro to art page, right now I'm at ethnic studies, but both of them should be exactly the same. But if you go to your page, it should always look like this. You will have an update here. So this will give you any new news that you need to know about. So for example, for this class session, I posted information there, and I will always post, I'll do my best to always post the Zoom link on there too. So that way you can access this class. If you look here, we have what our events are coming up, and our events are really just office hours. So on Wednesdays and Fridays at 2 p.m., we will be having office hours. So what does office hours mean? It means that it gives you a chance to ask any questions. So that's anytime you can come in for help. So if you need help on homework, if you need help on an assignment, if you have any questions you want to ask for any of your classes, you can stop by during office hours. You just click on my link, and then other teachers will give you the link too, but you can click on the link, and then you click here, and that'll take you to the Zoom for that for those hours. Now we go back to this page, the other part that's very, very, very important for you to know about as soon as it loads are the different folders where you can find all your work. My connection is a bit slow because it is taking a while. There we go. If you click on assignments during school closure, this will pop up. In each folder, you have your do now, your lesson, and for this specific class, you have a task. So what's a task? A task is an assignment that you have to complete during class. So right now we're going to do an assignment. That's why I asked you to have paper and pencil. You do it with us, and then you just submit it to me. I will be giving hopefully more help during office hours on how to submit it. So when you click on that folder, it gives you the do now. So make sure to complete that after class. Try to get that done. Remember, do nows are done before class. But today, obviously, it's the start. So we're just getting to know the system. So just get that done as soon as possible. Here you can find a link to this class, to the Zoom. But the last part is, this is where you would submit your assignment. For today's assignment, we're going to do block letters. Everything's for grade, so please make sure to complete that. Here you can find the folder for class on Thursday, and then your homework assignment. All right, so let's stop there with the tutorial. We went over the updates, the materials, and the office hours. Now let's go into our actual lesson. So we're gonna do some art. For you specifically, I want you to look at what letters are part of your name. This is how we're gonna make these letters, okay? But you don't have to do anything on your paper just now. Just kind of look at the letters, figure out which one yours looks like. So look at the letters of your name. Okay. Notice how they're all blocks. So they all have corners. All right, so we're gonna create block letters. We're gonna use our name, and for me, I'm just gonna do Miss V because Miss Ventura is very long and I want us to focus on the assignment. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a box for each letter of your name. So for each letter of your name, you're gonna draw a box. So on your paper, so we're gonna pretend this over here is my paper. We're gonna draw a box for each letter. So for me, it's Miss V. So I'm gonna do M. And make sure there's only a little bit of space between each one. M, S. And then I'm gonna put one for the period, but I'm just gonna make a little box for that one. And then V. Okay. So make your boxes. Now we're going to carve your letters from each box using the edges. So since my name is with an M, I'm going to do it with a, just so you can see the difference with the blue coloring thing. I'm going to make my M. Try to touch the bottom. Try to make it straight. I know mine is, it's a little bit difficult to do on here, but okay. Now I'm gonna do my S. Again, try to touch all the edges. I'm gonna do a period and then miss V, so V for V. Okay. Only do a few letters for now. I know your name might be very long, so we're only gonna do a few letters for now. Just to show you how it's done. Okay. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of time to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go on to the next step, but no rush if you're not done. Just try to do a few letters at least so you can kind of see what it looks like, and if not, just follow along with me. And then hopefully you can take some time out later to finish it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's gonna take. All right, step 3. So you have to erase the lines that you don't need. So those boxes that we made, we have to go back and erase just the boxes. So we erase that. We erase the box. Erase again the box that I made. And then erase that box. That way you're left with just your letters. Again, I know that might take some time. I'll give you a bit of time for that. To step 4. All right, so this is with the ruler, but we're gonna go ahead and just do the best we can. With the ruler, line up each corner of each letter to the vanishing point and draw a line. Stop the line when it touches another letter. It helps to do all the bottoms of the letters first. So what they mean by that is, using my name, I'm gonna find the middle of it. The middle is right about here. And then I'm gonna take each corner and connect it. So I'm gonna take this corner, connect it. This one, connect it. And I'm gonna keep on going for each and every corner. I know with this I'm using, it's a little bit difficult to do it straight, but hopefully you can kind of see what's going on. And I'll get better at this, I hope. And then once you do the bottom ones, then you look if there's any corners in the middle. So for example, my S has one, but I can't make it go through there. So I would just pretend it's going there. Connect this one this way. And then this one would be connected too, but I don't want to touch the letter. So I just make it down here. Now I use the top. The top is where it gets a little bit challenging because you don't want it to go across the letter. What you do is you don't want to make a line that goes like that. No. So what I'm going to do is, if you have an eraser that easily does that, you can erase just that little part so it doesn't cross it out. Or you can do what I'm about to do, which is you can go from here to there and then just kind of go over without touching it. And then it starts again here, make the line. So again, from here, oops, from there to there. When it touches another letter, just jump over it and then continue. From here to there, around there. Oops, that one's really off. From here to there to there. From that one to that one. Again, each corner should be connecting, but not touching the other letters.
That looks pretty good.
You know, we work with what we've got here. Hopefully it looks better on when it's done on paper, because I know that this is, it looks a bit of a mess. All right, let's do step 5. So we're going to draw a line slightly above your base point and erase the lines below it. So what they mean by that is this is our base point right here. Let me go ahead and mark that with red. Using your eraser, an eraser, they want you to erase to make a line right above it. So make a line here. And they want you to erase anything under. I know with mine I can't, because if I erase it, it'll erase all of it. But hopefully you guys are able to do that at home. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I erase a line, it'll take off that whole line. So I won't do it just to make sure it doesn't do that. Because let's see. If I go that way. Yeah, it erases the whole thing, so I can't erase little by little. But erase anything underneath that line. And then they want you to then draw a line to match the far end of that letter. So you see this, make it right above, like make these match. Make the line too long, just make it just long enough. Our step 6 would be erase the lines you don't need. Shade the bottom of each receding letter section a dark shade. So what they mean by that is we're going to go ahead and we're going to shade. Let me use the blue because let me use like a light blue. They want you to look at the bottom of the letter, and that's the one we're coloring in. So the bottom of my M, for example, and I would go ahead and color that part in. Look at the bottom part of this M and go ahead and color that in. And then you keep doing it just to the parts that are the bottom of that letter. So this one, but then you erase any extra lines because they're already, as long as you make it look, as long as you shade it in, that should make it look a little bit better, hopefully. The bottom of this, color that in. And then the bottom of that, color that in. Okay. But again, yours won't have this part because this part you should be erasing. And then it says what we can do for step 7 is we can color the rest of them in even a lighter color. So I'm going to go with this super light blue. It's very close, but the other one, but you just color the rest of them in a light blue. And notice how it's starting to look like my name is popping out. Oh, I think we missed a line here. Last but not least, if you want to add any little details to it, you can. This isn't an absolute must. You don't have to do this part, but you can. You can just add name to make it look a little bit fancy. Like a really thin line. But that part's more of an optional thing. Oh, I will get better at using this tool for drawing. Okay. All right. And I know that it's not enough time to fully do your name and to get it all done, but hopefully it gives you an idea of how to do this assignment, because this is something that I will be asking you to turn in, and I'll go over it now. So just after class, take some time to try to finish it up if you can. And then let me just go through this last slide, and then I'll pause the recording so that way if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask. Our next steps is that after class today, go ahead and complete the do now as soon as you can. Like always, do now should be completed before class for today's session. I understand that it's the first time I'm explaining this, so just get that one done as soon as you can. Next, that assignment that we just did is to submit a picture of your assignment before April 14th. So you don't have to turn it in this week yet, but you can. If you're done with it, try to submit it. Just try to turn it into me before, not next class, but the class after spring break. You'll be turning in this assignment that we just did, this drawing. And then before class on Thursday, this one is due before Thursday, do the do now, okay? There's a do now on the folder for materials on April 2nd, 2020. So make sure to just get that do now done for our next class. In other words, the main things that you should be doing for this class would be completing the do now. Okay? And it'll be completing completing both of your do nows. The one's for today and the one's for the next class. And then finish working on the assignment that we just did. Okay, all right, and that is it for today's lesson. So let me stop the recording.